Alright, we got the sub counter up there. We got the sub counter up there. Hold on, how I do it this way. Let me make sure. Hold on, let me see. Where my OBS screen at? Yeah, the sub counter right there. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything together. Pour my damn drink. You don't see me on the TV. You don't see me. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? The hell you mean? Do y'all see the live sub count right there? Do y'all see the sub count? Oh man! Double tap the screen, shut it live out. What we doing tonight, chat? What we doing tonight, chat? Double tap the screen, shut it live out, man. We got the Clinton subpoena sending shockwaves through America, man. We got Trump ready to take D.C. by force, and we got J.D. Vance, man, leading the polls as the Republican nominee, man. And I think he got DeSantis way far behind him, and Don Jr. right behind DeSantis. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin, tell them plug live, and he running his mouth, man. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, fascist, Marxist, independent, straight up and down the middle. I don't even care if you don't like me. Get your ass in here right now. Let's have a conversation. La, you got them plain lays, Auto War, what it do? Big Niche, what it do? OG Yosemite, I seen you in the Discord talking about plug. Is we live tonight? Hey, man, you know what time it is. OG Yosemite, where that baby goat at? Hold on, before we get to the baby goat, let me make sure I got all the bells and whistles together. Hold on.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Okay, I had to make sure all the bells and whistles and shit was
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Okay, now it's time for that baby goat, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man.
I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say they got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Georgia. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. That bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spread. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you, these niggas broke, I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie-talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Talk to blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no D. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. I call them twin. Bitch, shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 = 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on me, they tryna get him gone. What you call it, that wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody got out, we sellin' brain, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm tryna get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got to tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and some of your life be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Do y'all see the sub count up there? Do y'all see the sub count? It ain't no more line in here. Everybody saying they subscribing, ain't subscribing, man. It ain't no more line. Y'all let me know if y'all see the sub count box up there. Press 1, man. We got the Clinton subpoena sending shockwaves through America. We all been waiting on it. Now the ball's in the DOJ's court, man. We finna see what Pam Bondi and finna do, because the ball's in the DOJ's court, chat. Let me open the call lines up. Let me get the phone number pinned. After the intro, y'all know we finna open up the call lines, man. The subpoena of hell. The subpoena of hell. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We all been waiting on it. Every time we always hear about the 26 flights, 28 flights to Epstein Island. Well, today is unprecedented times. The Clintons have been subpoenaed. Now the ball is in the DOJ's court. We see, I believe Hillary's date is like October 9th and Bill's date is October 14th. I want to know, chat, do you think we will hear that testimony? Yes or no? Double tap the screen is how you like the video. I need everybody to double tap the screen while y'all in here, man. Just double tap the screen for me. I want to know, do y'all think they gonna talk? Then we got Trump ready to take DC by force. He said he's coming in. Guess they finna ready to drop the military out there in DC, man. He's warning the homeless people to get off the streets. He's saying he finna arrest criminals. I'm assuming if you homeless and you ain't supposed to be out there, they gonna consider you a criminal and they finna lock you up, man. Trump said he tired of it. He finna make DC great again. He said there's no reason that the streets of DC should be looking so slummish, so many homeless, so much criminal activity. A lot of people are saying DC's not that bad. I haven't been to DC since I was about 10 years old, chat, so I wouldn't know. If y'all are in the DC area, y'all let me know. Does Trump need to clean up DC? Does he need to take DC by force? I heard after Big Balls, y'all remember Elon, the one that was over the AI with Doge, Big Balls, after he got whooped, Trump said something about he was thinking about taking it over. Now, we see more of those talks. He's warning the homeless to get off the streets. Do y'all think Trump should take DC by force? Press 1 in the chat if y'all think Trump should take DC by force. Press 2 in the chat if you do not think Trump should take DC by force. You say he's going to chicken out. I do not think Trump is going to chicken out of taking DC by force, in my opinion. I think Trump is going to take DC by force. He's sitting here saying that he's talking about the Fed building, talking about the Fed building is costing $3 billion. They could have got it done for for 50 to 100 million. They saying he took Obama's picture out of there, put it into a stairwell. We seen him take MLK's statue out of there, man. I don't think Trump bullshitting right now. Y'all double tap the screen and shut a live out, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We got the sub count right there. Has the sub count changed? Oh yeah, we got 3 subscribers. The sub count is live. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Y'all see the sub count right there, man. Let's get to 2,900 subs right quick. We 25 subs away from the next sub goal, man. We finna get into what JD Vance is saying in a second. We are 25 subs away from the next sub goal. We finna get into what JD Vance is saying in a second. But I want to know you guys' thoughts. Do you think we will hear from the Clintons? Or do you think that this testimony in front of Congress, Asha, no, it is no StreamYard right now. I'm not going to lie. We do have the call in. You can call in the phone lines. We do not have the StreamYard tonight. You said they got money for Albert Pike statues, but cannot house the homeless. I don't think they're planning on housing the homeless, Essence. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think they're planning on housing the homeless at all. I think they want the homeless to relocate. I believe they're trying to have the homeless relocate in California as well. You see the city initiatives coming out, putting those notches on the benches so people can't lay down and go to sleep. They're not with this shit no more. They're trying to clean America up. I watched the Benny Johnson video earlier where he was exposing Jasmine Crockett. You know, he went to Jasmine Crockett's neighborhood where she grew up, the $35,000 a year school, and he's making a case for Jasmine pandering. I want to know how y'all feel about it. It doesn't really bother me because I know some uppity hood people too. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I do know some uppity hood people. So it doesn't really bother me, but they're making a big ordeal about it. But one thing that I did notice is that he took a walk through South Dallas. I don't know if he cherry picked or, because when I go to South Dallas, chat, I go straight to the chicken spot. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I go to the chicken spot. I grab my 3-piece wings, fried hard with the fries that come with the pepper, the bread, and then I get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing too much just hanging around in South Dallas. I go to Rudy's. I get my chicken. I keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, chat. I go to Rudy's. I get my chicken. I keep it pushing. But he was showing just the area of South Dallas, showing like just all of the, you didn't really see homeless, but you seen the remnants of homeless. He was just showing about how there was no business, no industry, and I think it's funny, like after he posted that video, Trump, you know, made it a point to say, hey, we finna clean DC up. We finna make DC one of the best looking capitals in the world. I think that those kind of go hand in hand. Do y'all want to watch Benny Johnson expose Jasmine Crockett first, or do y'all want to watch this JD Vance first? Y'all let me know. Press 1 if y'all want to watch the Benny Johnson exposing Jasmine Crockett. Press 2 if y'all want to watch this JD Vance first. Y'all let me know, and we'll pick up there. We 10 minutes in. Y'all let me know. Y'all want to watch the Jasmine Crockett or the JD Vance? Darius, I did not vote. I just got my I just completed all of my probation and got all of my petitions to seal my record, so I will be voting in the midterms. I get all of my rights back, include my right to carry, because I'm nonviolent. So yes, I will be voting in the midterms, but I did not vote this past election. All right, y'all want to see what JD Vance talking about? Okay, we'll play this JD Vance clip.
Still waiting for accountability on the whole Russia collusion made-up story. Yes. Now that DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, has released all of those classified documents, we're actually seeing who was behind all of this. Do you want to see indictments?
I absolutely want to see indictments, Maria. Look, of course, you've got to have the law follow the facts here. You don't just indict people to indict people. You indict people because they broke the law. But if you look at what Tulsi and Kash Patel have revealed in the last couple of weeks, I don't know how anybody can look at that and say that there wasn't aggressive.
All right, JD Vance is calling for arrest. He wants indictments. He wants arrest. OG Yosemite, let me know, is my mic better, chat? Press 1 if my mic is better. Y'all notice the nighttime I get the yelling, so I have my mic turned down a little bit. Press 1 if the mic is better. I do have the sub counter up there. We are 20 subs away from the next sub goal. Double tapping the screen and subscribing is how you support the channel for free. Let me know if my mic is better. Oh, we got a dang $10 super chat for happy birthday, Asha. Happy birthday, Asha. Call in, Asha. I'll sing you happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Asha. Happy birthday to you and many more. Asha, that's family. Call in, I'll sing that shit again to you, girl. Thank you for the you say I'm loud as hell. Okay, alright, I am loud as hell. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Auto War, and thank you, Big Niche, for the $2 super sticker, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. Y'all know what time it is. We do have a sub counter going. Oh, we got a gifted membership. Cypher just gifted some memberships in here. Oh my gosh, we got $10 super chats, $2 super chats. Cypher giving 5 memberships. Where's the clip? Where's the damn tag? Y'all gonna make me get the plan the tag. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Is y'all gonna make me get the plan the damn tag or what, chat? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We do have a sub counter right there, man. We are 20 subs away from the next sub goal. And
welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Yeah, them 2 right there was for Auto War. Big Niche, this for you, girl.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
And Cypher.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Double tap the screen and shut a live out, man. We are 25 subs away from the next sub goal. Tonight's topic.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Every time I'm talking and that come on, I just gotta stop. Tonight's topics are the Clinton subpoena sent shockwaves through the United States of America. Trump is ready to take over DC, and we got JD Vance. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. I appreciate y'all for y'all continued support. Once again, Asha, happy birthday, girl. Thank you, Cypher. Oh, my bad. For the gifted membership. Cypher. Thank you, Cypher, for the gifted memberships. I might have said Art of War, but thank you, Cypher, for the gifted membership, Cypher. And thank you for the $2 super sticker as well, Cypher. I gave Big Niche your credit. Thank you, Cypher. Oh my gosh. Big Niche, thank you for the $10 super sticker, Big Niche. I gave you Cypher credit, but you came through anyway. Thank you, Big Niche. Thank you, girl, for the $10 super sticker. Y'all give Big Niche some flames, man. We right back into the clip. Thank you, Big Niche. Thank you for your continued support, girl.
Violations of the law. What they basically did is they defrauded the American people in order to take Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points and turn them into intelligence by defrauding the American people, defrauding the intelligence agencies, lying about what the intel said. They would take something that's...
You say the Sixth Amendment will be used. Let me see what all is entailing in the Sixth Amendment. What does it all consist of? Guarantees several critical rights for individuals accused of crimes during criminal prosecutions. These include the right to a speedy and public trial, right to impartial jury, state. Sixth Amendment protecting individuals only from action. The Sixth Amendment protect individuals only from actions by the federal government. Right to counsel is a cornerstone. Right to a jury trial. Okay, what do you mean the Sixth Amendment is going to do that? What is the Sixth Amendment going to do right there? I'm reading the Sixth Amendment, but I need to know what it's going to do right there. You say free America. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We 25 subs away from the next sub goal. We go live every single night over here talking politics, entertainment, and current events. If you like this cowboy hat, press 1. If you hate it, press 2 and put an angry face.
Supported a Hillary Clinton campaign talking point, and they would overemphasize it and exaggerate it. They took anything that actually contradicted that narrative and they buried it deep, and through that they actually laundered Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign talking points through the American intelligence services. That's a violation of the people's trust. That's a violation of what our intelligence services should be doing, and I absolutely think...
Cypher said, congratulations, Ban Sharp, Dustin, Des J, A-Pal, and Leonidas. Welcome to the family. You just got a membership, so that just gave you access to over 250 past live streams, all bangers, and some cool-ass emojis. Members, drop them cool-ass emojis. We do have a black cowboy plug. What do they call it? Dark cowboy plug with the black hat, man. We're gonna figure out a name for the cowboy plug with the black hat for the damn emoji.
I think they broke the law. You're going to see a lot of people get indicted for that. Here's the thing that should really bother the American people. What do you want our intelligence community to be doing? I want them to be catching bad guys. I want them to be making sure that terrorists aren't going to kill innocent American civilians. I don't want them laundering Hillary Clinton's campaign talking points into the American media and giving them this air of legitimacy. It is sick. And it's disgusting. It hurt the intelligence community, it hurt the American people, and it hurt the first Trump administration. We've got to have consequences.
Are you saying it's going to be for government overreach? The Fifth Amendment is for government overreach? You're saying they're going to invoke the Fifth Amendment to protect them? Asha, thank you for the $10 super chat. Girl, it's your damn birthday. How the hell you super chatting me on your birthday? That's greatest damn community on YouTube, chat. We have the best mods on YouTube. We got the best members on YouTube. We got the best subscribers on YouTube. And I'm the best damn host, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. And if you don't think so, your opinion. Straight up, man. Thank you, Asha, for your continued support. Happy birthday, Asha. Let me get some happy birthday Ashas in the chat. Happy birthday, Sky, in the chat. Happy birthday, Sky, in the chat right now. Happy birthday, Sky, in the chat.
For it, or we're just going to see the same play repeated again and after again.
How significant did it impact the president's first term? Because remember, a lot of people didn't want to work in the administration.
So classified.
He was always on defense, saying I didn't collude.
Sure.
What kind of an impact was there to actual policy and the impact on the American people?
Look, it certainly had an impact, Maria. The president likes to say this, and I really think it hits the nail on the head, that as much as he got accomplished, and I think the first Trump administration was a major, major success for the American people, he was both governing but also fighting to survive. Imagine if he was able to put 100% of his efforts and his attention on just doing the...
Thank y'all for wishing Sky happy birthday. That means a lot to me. Everybody who wished Sky happy birthday from the channel, that means a lot to me. Thank you. Asha been here rocking with us for a long time. Asha, I really thank you for rocking with us for this whole year plus, Asha. You mean a lot to the community. You mean a lot to the family. We'll stop this damn show and sing happy birthday whenever you call in, Asha. But he said that Trump has not been able to give his whole 100% to this administration. Press 1 if you agree with J.D. Vance. Do you think Trump has not been able to give his 100% to this administration? Press 2 if you do not agree with J.D. Vance.
The job of President of the United States, he had to fight back against the fake Russia collusion hoax pretty much his entire administration. That distracts resources, that distracts from the Department of Justice. That means the intelligence community is focused on that instead of on catching bad guys. It definitely had an impact. Thank God we have a president who was able to do good things for the American people despite it. But one of the reasons why I think the second Trump administration is going so well is because the administration, the people underneath them, the people behind them, the people working for them, they're not engaged in this fake garbage. We're just trying to carry out the mandate of the President of the United States. And I think we've done a very good job. We're very proud of the work that we're doing, but we're also loyal to the man who was elected by the American people.
And here we are on your 200th day, you and the president.
Thank you, everybody, for the love. Yeah, appreciate you on the compliments for the hat. So a lot of people do agree with J.D. Vance. A lot of y'all don't agree with J.D. Vance. What's up from Napa, California? How you doing tonight, Heather? I'm going to say this. Trump has been getting attacked. He has had a lot of pressure on him. So I do not think he has been able to give his 100% to this administration because he just got a lot going with just so much. And he's the president. Everything's falling on him. So I give J.D. Vance that Trump has had a lot of room for distraction. And they say he keeps chugging along. So I think that with everything's going on, not saying shit's perfect, but Trump is handling it well. A lot of people will fold under this kind of pressure. We can all admit Trump is under enormous pressure right now. Enormous pressure.
Doing so much in this second term. Let's talk about the president's efforts on trade and tariffs because he's not afraid to put...
Oh, that OG Yosemite said y'all are not liking the video. That's a shame. That's a shame that y'all do not want to like the video. Liking the video is as simple as this. Just double tap your screen. Just 2 taps. Boom, boom. And that's how you like the video. I appreciate you guys for your continued support.
Significant tariffs on countries like India for buying Russian oil. Are you going to do a similar move to China as well? They're also buying Russian oil.
Well, the president said he's thinking about it, but he hasn't made any firm decisions. Obviously, the China issue is a little bit more complicated because our relationship with China, it affects a lot of other things that have nothing to do with the Russian situation. So the president's reviewing his options and, of course, going to make that decision when he decides.
Okay, Essence said pressure is what comes with the job of being president. Press 1 if you agree with Essence saying either you can handle it or you can't. Press 1 if you agree with the job of president is either you handle it or you can't. Press 2 if it's not that simple.
But look, what the president has used tariffs.
What's up, Travis?
Things. Number 1, you saw Tim Cook just this week come in and promise $600 billion of investment to build the iPhone, to build components, to build artificial intelligence data centers right here in the United States.
Hell, the iPhone $1,500. If anybody can build iPhones anybody can build a phone in America and still turn a profit, it's Apple. iPhone's damn near 2 bands. If any company can manufacture 100% everything in America and still turn a damn good profit, it's Tim Cook and Apple, man. Straight up.
America. We're seeing a manufacturing boom in this country because you have a president who's telling people that if you want to sell to great American consumers, you've got to make it in America and use great American workers to do it. The second thing the tariffs are doing is it's bringing in a lot of additional revenue, which of course we're using to give tax relief to the American people and make it easier for average Americans to get by. So I think we're doing a lot on the tariff side. And it's also, the final point I'll make on this is it's an incredible negotiating tool. Because when you tell countries that have accessed American markets and cheated for a generation, you can't get into America's market unless you pay a big fat tariff or open up your own markets. You've seen this happen with the European Union.
They said you can't get in America's markets unless you pay a big fat tariff, man. America first is what it kind of sounds like to me, but a lot of people do not agree with the tariffs, man. Press 1 if you agree with the tariffs. Press 2 if you do not agree with the tariffs. We are 25 subs away from the next sub goal. Y'all see that sub counter right there? Rock with me, man. Press 1 if you agree with the tariffs, 2 if you do not.
You've seen this happen with countries in Asia, all over the world. They're opening up their markets to American goods because they don't want to pay the tariffs. So it's a great negotiating tactic. It's been great for the American people. And I think it's the most important thing, maybe aside from the border, the most important thing the president is doing is bringing back American prosperity. We're going to make more stuff in America because of the president's leadership.
How long do you expect it'll take to get a real manufacturing?
Matt, yes, we do know about Candace Owens and what she has going on with Brigitte, the French president's wife. She said Trump gave her a call. How I feel about it is, I feel it's Candace's biggest story of her career. Is it important to me? Not really. But I do feel the investigative journalism and whoever that guy was that did the story and released the book that Candace worked with, it's the biggest moments of their career. He's probably selling more books than the damn Yellow Pages. And this is Candace's big break. Like, Candace was already like next level, but this is her story. This is the one she's putting her career on the line for this story. So yeah, I feel like this is Candace's make it or break it moment, and I feel like she took the guy that actually did the investigative work along for the ride with him. I don't have a problem with it, but is it just important? I mean, not really. It's kind of it's a crazy story.
Infrastructure fired up in America because he's threatening 250% tariffs on pharmaceuticals, more tariffs on semiconductor chips unless these companies commit to building it here. So how long before that can actually happen?
Well, the president you saw yesterday said so long as you're committing on semiconductors and chips to build this stuff in America, he might be willing to actually delay those tariffs a little bit. So I think in some cases it's going to take a few weeks, some cases it's going to take a few months, some cases it will take longer. But the basic idea is very simple. If you are investing in America, if you're building a new facility, building a new factory, we're going to reward you for it. If you're investing...
Okay, Kevin says only a fool would think that manufacturing will come back to the United States of America. Okay, we're going to ask the chat. Press 1 in the chat if you think manufacturing can and will come back to the United States. Press 2 if you do not think manufacturing can or will come back to the United States. Press 1 if you think it will. Press 2 if you think it won't. And I'm going to say this. By far and large, I do not think most of the manufacturing will come back to the United States. But I do think some. These tariffs, you know what I'm saying, is having a lasting impact. These people are... These companies are deciding. You see Tim Cook and Apple putting it 600. Are they going to try to work around it and pay to play? You know, probably. But I do think at least a chunk of the manufacturing will come back to America. I say 20-25%. But over 50% of the manufacturing coming back on mainland, nah, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Side of this country, if you're trying to cheat and bring foreign product to undercut the wages of American workers and American businesses, then you're going to pay a very stiff penalty. That principle is what now drives the American economy, and people can make their own decisions. Yeah, you can make it overseas if you want, as the president said, but you're going to pay a big fat tariff before you access America's market, so you might as well build it right here at home.
Is
you are correct, Goose.
The United States at
some is better than none. You are correct, Goose. Some is better than none. A lot of people are disagreeing with me. A lot of people are agreeing with me. I'm going to ask the chat again. We're going to do it yes or no this time so I can get a clear message. Yes, if you think manufacturing will come back to the United States. No, if you do not think manufacturing will come back to the United States.
As it should be. What did you make of the backlash over the Switzerland 39% tariff? I'm wondering your assessment of Europe today.
Look, we love Europe and obviously have a great relationships. We sometimes have some disagreements. I think the president was particularly gratified that the Europeans really have agreed and committed to open up their markets to American car manufacturers, to American farmers. Those are big wins. If you work in farming, if you work in agriculture, if you work...
I just seen that black farmer guy from USAID. He was just on CNN again like a few days ago. We had watched him months back when Trump first cut USAID, but he's saying it's terrible for him. J.D. Vance is saying this is good move for the farmers and shit. The black guy over there was saying they need some good moves because he's struggling right now. He said not just black farmers, but farmers in America are struggling right now. Press 1 in the chat if you think farmers are struggling right now. Press 2 if you do not think that's true. Farmers are not struggling. 1 if you think they are, 2 if you think they aren't.
In auto manufacturing, the Europeans really are tearing down some barriers. So we're very grateful to that, and we hope to build on that relationship economically in the coming years.
Well, look, the president has been floating you along with Marco Rubio as your partner for the next election. Have you spoken to Secretary Rubio about this?
Yeah, they talking about Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance. They're 1 and 2 right now for the Republicans. J.D. Vance is polling at about 40%. Marco Rubio is polling at about 8%. And Trump Jr. is polling at about 7%, which I thought Trump Jr. would be polling a little bit higher than 7%. But yeah, right now they're saying J.D. Vance is by far and large the favorite. They said the candidates that are leading, especially by this much at this point, are 63%, have a 63% chance to get the nomination. So right now, J.D. Vance is polling at 40%, and that gives him a 63% chance to win the nomination as of now.
I saw Marco about a month ago. We just laughed at the whole thing because neither one of us are focused on politics. We're focused on actually doing a good job for the American people. And the way that I think about it, Maria, is if we do a good job, number one, that's the reward in and of itself. That all have made a big difference in the lives of our country for the last 6 months, the next 3.5 years. But if we do a good job, the politics will take care of itself. Let's just focus on that. I think, as the president said, it's way too early to be thinking about the political.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Santos. I don't know about Brazil or Brazil's policies. I'm the voice of the politically homeless, man. I'm America first. Now, if you get in my Discord and send me some clips about what's going on in Brazil, I'll do my research and we can bring it up as a topic. But just to stop my show and talk about Brazil is not going to happen right now. It's just not.
Sure. It's frankly way too early to be thinking about 2026. It's certainly way too early to be thinking about 2028.
But you are expecting to run for president in 28.
I'm not going to break that news today, Maria. What I'm going to do is focus for the next 1.5 years on doing a really good job for the American people, winning the midterm elections in 2026, and then we can talk about politics after that.
Can you give us some clarity on this meeting that is reportedly happening or happened last night at the White House about the Epstein files and how you're communicating the Epstein story?
So I've seen so many different fake reports about this, so let me set the record straight. There was no meeting at my house last night. There just wasn't.
Was there a meeting at the White House?
We did meet at the White House yesterday, but not at the time that they said that we were going to meet, and not about the subject that they said that we were going to meet about. We have a great FBI director and a great Department of Justice lead, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and we met to talk about how to ensure we have justice for the American people. We actually didn't talk about the Epstein issue at all. That was never meant to be the subject of the meeting. And it's one of those things where I guess somebody leaked a calendar entry maybe, and then people assumed that it must have been about Epstein, even though it had nothing to do with Epstein. On the Epstein issue, what the president has said very clearly, because we've had other meetings about that, is that he wants us to be fully transparent and he wants the credible information out there. So we're working to compile the thousands and thousands of documents that are out there for full transparency. But I have to say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. For 4 years, Joe Biden and the Democrats did absolutely nothing about this story. We know that Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires, and now President Trump has demanded full transparency from this, and yet somehow the Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration, which did nothing for 4 years.
Was it the right move for Comer to send subpoenas to the Clintons?
It absolutely was, and it drives home how, while the Democrats have tried to make this Epstein thing about anything but, the fact that Democrat billionaires and Democrat political leaders went to Epstein Island all the time. Who knows what they did, but it's totally reasonable to ask these questions. What you saw in the House's subpoena is they are trying to investigate all of the things related to this particular case. I know a lot of Americans want answers. I certainly want answers. And I think James Comer and the team of the House, they're doing the right thing. And
do y'all believe, Vance, that they're trying to be completely transparent with the Epstein files? Press 1 if you believe that this administration is trying to be completely transparent. Press 2 if you do not believe this administration is trying to be transparent. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We're almost at 29K. Let's get to 29,000 subs tonight, man. Y'all see the sub ticker up there, man? We 25 subs away from the next sub goal, man. Double tapping the screen is how you like the video. Let's get to 100 likes, man. Do you believe this administration is trying their best on the Epstein files?
of course, we know that Clinton, or allegedly he went to the island 26 times, 28 times. Totally appropriate for Comer to be asking what was going on at that island.
Let me get your quick take on growth and this moment in time that we're at, AI, crypto, et cetera, et cetera. The Securities and Exchange Commission launching Project Crypto. What do you want digital assets to look like? And also, what about the impact of AI on jobs? Is there a plan now to fill those holes for the jobs that no doubt will go away because AI makes everything so much more productive?
There's a lot of talk about robots destroying all the jobs. There's a lot of talk about how AI is going to destroy everybody's job.
I just seen China is rolled out their AI, their smart trucks, the diesels. They do have drivers in there, but they say when the drivers go, it's 6 cameras on there. It can back up for you, do all of this crazy stuff. But when the driver's going to sleep, the seatbelt will tighten up on you and the seat will start shaking like a massage chair to wake you up. But they're already rolling it out. It's not completely driverless yet like we thought, but they are AI-assisted diesels being rolled out by the thousands in China right now.
Don't see the evidence of that. What I think is that AI, there are some issues. I worry about the surveillance state.
Asha, you not a mod?
Intelligence is going to be used for that. I really worry about invasions of people's privacy because AI could be used for that. There are definitely concerns with AI, but I think that the big risk is fundamentally you've got a bunch of very left-wing people who might use AI to censor people and drive a very left-wing narrative using artificial intelligence. In some ways, they're going to do with AI what they tried to do with...
What do we mean censor people? Because isn't that what's going on with the colleges and universities right now that are getting fines to the tune of 50 to 200 million to 1 billion? Isn't that what's going on with if you protest, your ass gets sent back to your country or kicked out of school? Isn't that what's isn't that a form of censorship too, though? I mean, that's why I say it's two sides to the same coin. The left talks about the censorship. The right talks about the censorship. The right talks about the left's mob mentality. Now the right's having a mob mentality. The left talks about, oh, they want this. They're being attacked on LGBTQ rights, civil rights. The right's talking about their cultural, they're being culturally persecuted. It's two birds to the same. It's the same damn thing, just different points.
With big tech, those are the things that we're really focused on, the dangers that we're really focused on. But Maria, there's a lot of upside too. And if you got to focus on the dangers, but you've also got to focus on the opportunity. I think it's going to help us cure diseases in amazing ways. I think it's going to lead to a boom in construction jobs. I think we're going to be able to do things that we weren't able to do before. And there might be some disruptions, but fundamentally when it comes to jobs, we ought to be focused on the ways in which AI is going to create great productivity and great new economic opportunities. What I worry about is the focus on the job-destroying effects of AI distract us from the fact that AI could be used to create new surveillance systems, that AI could be used to censor conservatives or other people in new and very scary ways. That's what we're focused on. I think it's the right danger, but also the right opportunity for us to focus on.
And just the final question on
Please.
China, because nobody does surveillance better than China. What else can the U.S. do to keep China in a box? Because they're undermining us at every turn.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. When you talking about keeping China and these countries in a box, it's like, man, we see the things. Now, do I think our Department of Defense and our government has the best tech on earth? Yes, I do. But as far as, what the consumer's getting, like, I think some The Chinese, like I just spoke about, are rolling out the smart diesels and things of those sorts. They got the G-Wagon, whatever's competing with the G-Wagon, they can do a 360 without driving forward or backward. It can just spin on the axis. But then you got Japan rolling out something like, I think it was like damn near 10G. They said you could download the whole, well, they're not rolling it out, but a company in Japan figured out a way to download the entire Netflix library in under a second. Do you know how powerful that is? Elon already said Neuralink was just a bandwidth problem. Once they get the bandwidth figured out, they'll be able to push their Neuralink thing through the world. And I think Japan just cracked the code. Japan talking about they can download the entire Netflix library in under a second. This shit is crazy.
Just this week, Senator Tom Cotton sent a letter to Intel about its CEO because it was selling secrets to companies tied to the Chinese military.
Yep.
Is there anything else to be done there
Yeah, I'm American.
you'd like to discuss?
Well, there is, and this is where it goes back to having a really great FBI director and a really great attorney general, is that when people are stealing America's secrets or stealing our corporate intellectual property and sending it to anywhere, we've got to prosecute that stuff. We know that Chinese companies have been really big offenders when it comes to the theft of American intellectual property. We got to prosecute that stuff and push back against that stuff. We have to make sure that we don't have people who are spying on American companies, either in our education laboratories or in the companies themselves. But the most important thing that we need to do is we need to protect our own manufacturing. The way that China was able to catch up to us technologically is that
Nah, I'm not getting a Neuralink. I'm not getting a Neuralink, but I'm not against the Neuralink for like paraplegics, like people that are can't move their limbs or people that actually need it. I'm not against it for them. But for as me, nah, I'm not gonna get it. But I feel like there is gonna come a point in time in the future where our children's children, or maybe our children, will have to make that decision to become cyborgs or be, not be able to keep up. I believe our generation is missing it, but our kids or their kids might have to make that decision, or the decision might be made for them. And I'm not trying to be doom or gloom or scare none of y'all off, but it's reality. Like, one thing that is undefeated in this world so far, is technology. Technology hasn't lost yet. Not yet. It might lose in the future, but as of now, technology hasn't lost yet.
took all of these great manufacturing industries and built a whole technology infrastructure on top of that manufacturing base. We've got to rebuild our own country, rebuild our own innovative capacity. The president has taken huge strides over the past 7 months in making that happen, and building America up is the best way for us to win this competition.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe.
But yeah, I know a lot of people got up out of here when I said that, but I can't do nothing but keep it real with y'all. Like, as much as I hate to say it, or, I grew up in an era where the internet wasn't. I remember people getting computers into their house, like it being a new thing, that then people getting internet and going, you know what I'm saying? I remember AOL Messenger and the chat rooms, and now we at a point to where it's reality. We got the Neuralink, we got AI out here, we got quantum computing. We are gonna come to a point where it's gonna be a fundamental shift to where our children or our children's children is gonna have to make that decision. People don't like when I talk like that. It's doom or gloom plug, but like I said, the one thing that is undefeated thus far is technology. Y'all tell me somebody or something that's beat technology since y'all been alive. It's been moving forward. Told us don't go look for aliens. Kept looking for aliens. Told us leave AI.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Why the F am I in on this account? Sorry, chat. Y'all gonna have to wait, bro. Oh my God. Why am I in here? why do I have ads on, bro? Like, I have a whole YouTube premium account, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have my sub counter up here with the ads, without the ads, bro.
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Yo, what's up, guys? We're in Dallas, Texas today, in the heart of Jasmine Crockett's district. It is rough, it is tough, it is hood, and it is foul, just like Jasmine Crockett. That's the whole persona, right? Tough talking, street fighting girl from the ghetto. That's Jasmine Crockett's entire aura. The attitude.
Looks like in the shitter to me.
The volume.
Don't tell me to calm down.
So like I said, they sent me this earlier, chat. I watched some of it. This Benny Johnson going to do a deep dive on Jasmine Crockett. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just finished streaming.
Because y'all talk noise and then you're out of control.
The voice.
You know, the congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat.
I'm trying to get clarification.
But there's a little problem with Jasmine. It's all over.
Nah, hell nah. YouTube Premium, you don't get no ads. See, that's the difference between Twitch and YouTube. See, on Twitch, if you subscribe to somebody, you don't get no ads on their channel. On YouTube, if you become a member, you still get ads. But on YouTube, if you get YouTube Premium, you don't get ad for nobody. So YouTube, you pay that $15 a month, you don't get ads for nobody. On Twitch, it's $5 or $6 per streamer to get rid of the ads.
Hi, she's code switching. She's a fraud, and we can prove it today. This is where Jasmine says she's from, but this is where Jasmine's really from. Welcome to St. Louis, Missouri, Jasmine Crockett's hometown. But let me show you where Jasmine Crockett's really from.
Welcome to St. Louis, specifically the Republic.
What's up, Sunset? You having a good night? So yeah, y'all did tell me Jasmine Crockett was from St. Louis. I didn't know she went to these prestigious schools. Like I said, Benny Johnson saying she's code switching. It doesn't really bother me. I don't think she's code switching. I think she just uppity black folks. Y'all know how y'all got some family members. They like that, but they a little uppity. You know what I'm saying? Bougie or whatever. I feel like she probably like that. I don't feel like that. The way she talks or whatever is a damn put on. When she said code switching, I feel like shit. When she was in Congress, getting to where she was getting, it was a different time. She put on that voice. She was thankful. She was grateful. When she got a little comfortable, shit was what it was with her. You know, I feel like she like your uppity ass auntie, your uppity ass cousin. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Republican suburbs of St. Louis, with the mansions, country clubs, and private schools. This is where Jasmine Crockett was raised. We're talking quiet suburbs, manicured lawns, college brochures in the mailbox, and neighbors who wave when they mow the lawn.
This is where Jasmine Crockett went to school. It's called the Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School. It's one of the most prestigious institutions in the entire country, also one of the most expensive. Check this out. This isn't just a good school. This is the #1 school in the entire state of Missouri. It costs $35,000 per year to attend high school here. And the reason
What's up, Mustang?
is because the average test scores here guarantee your placement in an elite college institution. It's one of the best preparatory schools in the world. The average SAT score here is 1350, and the average.
So they spent $35K per year to send her to high school, which I don't have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Her family, or obviously she came from money, or she was getting scholarships. The average SAT score is 1350. I think they said the average ACT score was 30 when I watched it earlier. Like, that's where I'm trying to have my kids go to school. That's why I'm on here grinding every day with y'all, hanging out, you know what I'm saying, making videos. That's why I'm out here doing, you know, marketing, consulting, freelance, and things of those sorts. That's why I just hustle. I want to be able to send my kids to a $35K a year school. I got 2 of them. That's $70 a year, boy. That's $70 a year. Come on now. That's $280.
Average ACT score here is 30. This is an elite institution. Did your high school have its own private Wimbledon? how large was your high school's lacrosse field? This lacrosse field is expansive.
Now, like, I know some kids, like, I got invited to a school like that, not like that, but like a private school to where you had to pay, you know, but I was going to be on scholarship. So she could have been on scholarship, which I don't think she probably was, but like a lot of kids like this do get scholarships to those sort of whether it's athletic, academic, musical, like these kind of private institutions do offer scholarships. Yeah, I think she said she spent $1 million on her education.
Did your high school have its own aquatic center on site? Can Jasmine Crockett swim? She has no excuse.
I would keep it real. To spend $1 million on your education and people still call you low IQ is crazy work. To spend $1 million on your education and people still call you low IQ is crazy work, bro. Crazy.
Because she went here. This is where Yasmine learned to play clarinet by the apple tree on this beautiful campus of the Mary Institute, St. Louis Country Day School. Did your high school have its own private dock and pond teeming with colorful fish and wildlife? I think not. Neither did mine. Because we're poor. But yes.
Oh, I say it every night. They do it because she black. I ain't seen them call no other race low IQ. Ever since Nick Fuentes been on his going viral again as of recently, like on that tear, you been hearing Trump, Benny Johnson, Nick Fuentes, all of these creators throw around this low IQ shit, but they don't say it about nobody but black people. I'm going to keep it real. They don't say it about no other minority. They don't say it about no other white people. It's specifically for the black community as of right now. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. Maybe y'all say it to other people, but what's going by far and large through the communities, through Rumble, through Twitter X, through YouTube, through these creators, through the administration is they only using it for one group of people. Let's be real.
Me is elite. After graduating from this...
Oh, Benny called AOC low IQ? Okay. If he called her low IQ, then shit. Okay, Benny called AOC low IQ, y'all. All right. I believe y'all. Send me the clip. I believe it, though. I believe Benny called her a low IQ, but I don't think too many other people is.
Elite Country Day School, Jasmine Crockett.
No, I'm talking about since it's been going back viral. I'm talking about since Nick Fuentes sat down with Candace Owens. You said, why are we watching this? Because I'm the voice of the politically homeless. I cover both sides. I cover the good, the bad, and the ugly for both sides. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm not sparing Jasmine Crockett right. I'm not sparing nobody, you know what I'm saying? Benny Johnson did this deep dive. We finna watch it, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all that I don't care that she got an education. It doesn't bother me, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that's what I want to be able to put my kids in a position to get $1 million education. If you want to be real, shit, we watching it because it's the truth. I'm assuming it's the truth. It's her history, where she went to school. Shit, I like to see shit like that. This shit like this is motivation to me, Chad. I don't know about y'all. Shit like this, being able, whoever her parents are or whoever sponsor her to go to this high school, this shit like this is motivation to me, Chat. I don't know how y'all see it. It's motivation. I want to be able to spend $35K a year to send my daughter and my son to high school. Get them the fuck out, away from everybody, everything. Put them there. Oh, they testing at 1350 coming out of this school. They getting a 30 ACT coming out of this school. This the most prestigious school. They probably finna make some lifelong relationships that'll carry them through the next stages of their life. Yeah, I want my kids to go over there. Fuck it. Fuck it.
It was immediately accepted at another elite institution, Rhodes College in Tennessee.
Rhodes College is a private liberal arts school that looks like Hogwarts and costs a whopping $74,000 per year. That makes Rhodes one of the most expensive colleges in America. There are only 2,000 students enrolled at this institution, nestled in the rolling leafy hills of Old Memphis, and Jasmine, from the block, is one of them. But the elitism did not end there. Jasmine went on to attend and graduate from the University of Houston Law Center, where tuition runs a whopping $40,000 per year. In total, Jasmine Crockett's elite education cost close to $1 million just to talk like this on national TV.
Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that. Yes. He is. But in a functioning democracy.
Tisk, tisk. What would Yasmin's English instructors here think of her now? How time goes by. I forgot. Jasmine Crockett didn't always used to talk like a hood rat. For most of her life, Jasmine talked like this. This game.
Bro, I gotta get these ads off of here, bro.
I just got to Austin.
You said content like this is always the laziest. Call it what you want. We doing reactions tonight. You know, sometimes I have a StreamYard panel. Sometimes I just do them straight up my face and run my mouth, man. If you don't want to be here, you don't got to be here. But if you here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We got a sub count up there. We 25 subs away from the next sub goal. Matter of fact, while he's saying shit like that, if y'all having a good time in here with me tonight, press 1. If it's your first time in here, press 2. If you having a good time, press 1. If it's your first time, press 2.
To be 5 people to get here.
After graduating law school, Jasmine went on to start her own law firm. She got elected immediately to the Texas State House and then moved swiftly to the U.S. Congress with the help of just a few foreign billionaires along the way. And now she's polling for president in 2028. If anything, Jasmine Crockett's life story is not a condemnation of systemic racism in America, but the true definition of obscene American privilege, that anyone from anywhere can be and do anything. This isn't started from the bottom, now we're here. This is started from the Neighborhood Watch, and now we're in the HOA. Here's what your average street looks like in South Dallas, where Jasmine Crockett represents.
Best part about Jasmine Crockett's district is free public bathrooms. Think about it. That's where your tax dollars are going.
Brown New Deal.
Man, someone was having a cookout right here. Look, see, the pan and the charcoals are ready to go. Jasmine, why did you invite us to the cookout? Look, there's the pans. And here's the rest of the cookout right here.
And here's what your average street looks like in St. Louis, in the suburbs where Jasmine Crockett's from.
Hey, that neighborhood do put
like South Dallas.
Here's an elementary school in the heart
that
of
neighborhood
Jasmine
do look
Crockett's
peaceful. I
district.
ain't gonna lie. I've been to St. Louis before, Chad, and I'm not gonna lie. St. Louis got like a lot of red brick buildings. It's like it's all red brick. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole city is kind of uniform. You know, like I didn't go to the bad part. They did say don't go across their bridge because it get like that over there. But it is pretty uniform over there. It does like look nice because it's uniform. It's like all red brick. Like the whole damn St. Louis is like red brick downtown type shit.
Kids are learning. You have burned down buildings.
Who the hell called me? You said, bro, I'm watching the wrong stuff. How the hell you gonna tell me I'm watching the wrong stuff when I'm an independent? I'm a centrist. I watch what the hell I want to watch over here, man. What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from? That shit is crazy, bro. Okay. Back to the clip, though.
In every direction. Nothing's open. FDJT has been
Here,
tagged on
Pleasant
this
Grove.
building. Everything is just blight. Everything is been destroyed. Empty booze bottles sitting in the parking lot. Did Jasmine Crockett write FDJT? Maybe that's her contribution here. Decline is a choice. None of those businesses are open. All of them have been shuttered and burned to the ground. This is where the students are learning. It's bad. So that's the big...
See, I'm telling y'all, I think that's why Donald Trump said he finna, you know, get all the crime out of D.C. and shit now, clean it up, get all the homeless out, because I think it's directly correlated with Benny dropping this video today. It's like Benny dropped the video today, and then Trump put out the statement to where, like, he was really like, hey, look, we finna make D.C. back the most beautiful capital in the world, because this shit looking bad on Jasmine Crockett. Like, I know South Dallas is South Dallas now. I tell y'all, I go over there to Rudy's to get that 3-piece fried hard, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to make Jasmine Crockett district looked real bad, and then it's not gonna take long for somebody to go over there by the Capitol in DC and get the, you know what I mean, taking some video of the homeless and everything that's going on. Whoever's calling me all of these times, I'm not gonna answer because you calling too many times, so I know you're a troll. Nobody who really wants to talk to me calls me that many times. Nobody who really wants to talk to me calls me that many times. That's a dead giveaway. You call like 6 times in a row.
Big school in Jasmine Crockett's district. You can see the playground and everything like that. There are kids playing on it. Here's the walkway to school in Crockett's district. This is what the children have to walk through every single day. I don't know how many booze bottles there are, how many beer cans, and how much junk. Just a reminder that it's people who represent districts like these that want to bring you the Green New Deal. They're the ones who call themselves environmentalists. Remember that.
And here's what a school looks like in St. Louis.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get...
Here's what a sidewalk looks like in South Dallas.
You know, they kind of scared, you know, walk to the store and stuff, because these young kids be out here, you know, selling that shit, man. They just, you know, things will change, man.
Got for the better or for the worse?
You know, got a little worse.
Yeah.
It ain't getting no better.
That's too bad to hear. What would you like to see fixed, Carl?
I'd like to see the city get fixed. You know, the whole city, man, you know. But, like I said, it was wild doing drive-bys and shooting and all that type of stuff, man. You know, that ain't for it. When I was raised up, we didn't do all that. I didn't get through fighting, goddamn, we go drink a beer together. That's what you do.
The people living in South Dallas were kind to us. They were warm and genteel and welcoming. They had some southern charm. They've seen better days, and they deserve better than a code-switching theater kid playing a hood rat representing them.
The Jasmine Crockett story is all too common in American politics. Somebody who's lying to you, defrauding you, stealing from you, leaving your neighborhoods looking like this. They take the power and they leave you with nothing. It's an important reminder that you really shouldn't put your faith in communists, social...
Damn, man. Benny got on Jasmine area right there in the Triple D, man. Damn, man. That shit is crazy. Who the hell called me from A? Let's call this number back. Y'all double tap the screen, share the live out, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. This shit is crazy. I'm finna pull up
news regarding.
I got it right here. Oh shit, I got it.
Zorro.com knows that every job is important.
Why the hell
and
do
for
I
more
keep
than 10 years,
ads,
Zorro.com has been...
Turning down, though, to some breaking news.
Listen, chat, I know y'all tired of them ads because I'm tired of the damn ads, but listen, chat, I can't log in front of y'all. I would have to take the whole damn screen down, log in, do all of this shit. So we just gonna have to rock with the ads into the next damn stream. Straight up. Pissing me off.
News regarding the entire case against Jeffrey Epstein. Take a look at this. A post on X from the Associated Press breaking: the House Oversight Panel
issues subpoenas for Jeffrey Epstein files and depositions with Bill Clinton and other former officials. Continuing on with some more of that breaking news reporting as I bring up some footage here of the late and disgraced financier here, Jeffrey Epstein. So the Republican-controlled committee also issued subpoenas there and depositions for 8 former top law enforcement officials, including their former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. The committee's actions show how, even with lawmakers away from Washington on a month-long break, interest in the Epstein files is still running high. President Trump has repeatedly tried to move past the Justice Department's decision not to release a full accounting of the investigation. But lawmakers from both major political parties, as well as many in the Republican president's political base, have refused to let it go. Since Epstein's 2019 death in the New York City jail cell as he awaited trial for sex trafficking charges, conservative conspiracists have stoked theories about what information investigators gathered on Epstein. Now, Republican lawmakers on the House Oversight Committee nodded to that line of questioning last month by initiating the subpoenas for the Clintons, both Democrats, as well as demanding all communications between President Biden's Democratic administration and the Justice Department regarding Epstein. The committee is also demanding interviews under oath from former attorneys general spanning the last 3 presidential administrations. It was Democrats, however, though, who sparked the move to subpoena the Justice Department for its files on Epstein. They were joined by some Republicans to successfully initiate the subpoena through a subcommittee of the House Oversight Committee. That committee had previously issued a subpoena for an interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, that's Epstein's former girlfriend, who had been serving a prison sentence in Florida for luring teenage girls to be sexually abused by the wealthy financier, but it was recently transferred to a Texas facility. However, the committee's Republican chairman, Representative James Comer, has indicated he is willing to delay that deposition until after the Supreme Court decides whether to hear an appeal for her conviction. Maxwell argues she was wrongfully prosecuted. Speaking of Representative Comer, taking a look here, also a post on X, in which he details everyone that has been subpoenaed by the House Oversight Committee there, listing them out as a former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, former President Bill Clinton, former U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, former FBI Director James Comey, former U.S. Attorney General William Barr, former U.S. Attorney General Alberto Gonzalez, former U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, former FBI Director Robert Mueller, and then 2 more former attorneys generals, Loretta Lynch and Eric Holder. So we are following this story very closely, and then at top of mind, of course, is the fact that Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton have both been subpoenaed by this committee in regards to this entire probe into the case of Jeffrey Epstein and those files that several lawmakers continue.
Hey, how you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on, caller? What's your name?
Call Benny Master. Call Benny Master.
Like, what? Bro, it's crazy. These people are crazy, bro. Like, this people, he's sending me text messages talking about, hey, it's Steven, I'd love to talk to you. Hey, it's Steven, I'd love to talk to you, plug. It's crazy, bro.
How are we able to offer the Reed sofa for just $295? At Living Spaces, we design furniture with affordable, durable style.
Meanwhile, the White House considering inviting Ukrainian President Zelensky to Alaska for President Trump's high-stakes.
All right, chat. So we got Zelensky coming to Alaska, man. How do y'all think that's gonna go? Do you think it's gonna go good? Do you think it's gonna go bad, man? How do y'all think it's gonna go, man? We got Putin coming to Alaska, Trump coming to Alaska, man. Putin and Trump meeting in Alaska. I want to know how y'all think it's gonna go. Y'all think it's go? Who do y'all think got the edge right now? Press 1 if you think Bulletproof Trump got the edge. Press 2 if you think Putin has the edge. Press 1 if you think Bulletproof Trump got the edge. Press 2 if you think Putin got the edge. Putting Diddy putting Obama's face on all his ecstasy was wild. Man, I don't think Diddy was putting him on the face. I think that was just a damn I think that was just a damn pill press machine. Y'all don't think that should go meet? Y'all don't think Trump should meet Putin? He gotta meet Putin. Yeah, say BB on them both. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. Let's see. This talking about Trump got some leverage.
Meeting with Russian President Putin this Friday. Vice President Vance, meanwhile, is in the UK meeting with Ukrainian and European allies. U.S. officials saying significant progress was made as Zelensky insists he won't sign any deal that involves giving up land to Russia. Excuse me. Foreign policy analyst E.J. Kimball joins us now. E.J., a lot has transpired just in the last 24 to 48 hours. Obviously, Vance over in the UK, but Zelensky's taken a really hard line saying that he's not ready to cede any territory or land. What do you make of this?
Well, thanks for having me on this morning. Great to see you again. Look, President Zelensky is negotiating, just like Vladimir Putin is negotiating, calling that any deal he'll want eastern Ukraine and guarantees that Ukraine won't be part of NATO. You know, this is the public negotiating period. What's very interesting for me, the way that I'm looking at this, is the dynamics have changed. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but President Trump has done something very significant, and that is that Europe is now paying for the weapons that are going to Ukraine. This has taken it as an issue off the table in the United States about sending additional weapons there. This is leverage that President Trump has now. It's something he did not have when he came into office. And Vladimir Putin is now coming to the table, at least for this conversation. Now, where it goes from here, of course, that's going to happen behind closed doors. But President Trump has shown by the...
Wow, okay. So do y'all think Trump finna send some more weapons to Ukraine, man? Press 1 if y'all think Trump's going to end up sending more weapons to Ukraine. Press 2 if you do not think Trump is going to send more weapons to Ukraine, man. I don't know, man. I think he might. I'm going to keep it real. I think Trump might send some more weapons to Ukraine because I don't see Vladimir Putin backing down. I think Trump might have to send some more weapons over there, man. Sad to say.
Deal that he just brokered between Armenia and Azerbaijan, other deals that he's made, that he's able to get to yes. And it's going to be very difficult, but he is moving in that direction.
It's very interesting, too, EJ, that President Trump has really changed the table setting with his tariff threats on India, raising it on India, which obviously is the second biggest seller of gas and oil to Russia. We'll see if that plays out. Meanwhile, let me ask you about Axios reporting that White House envoy Steve Witkoff met with Qatari Prime Minister to discuss a plan to end the Gaza war, another front where President Trump is really pushing to try and bring some closure here. What do you make of that?
Well, look, first of all, the Qataris are housing Hamas. They've been housing Hamas all along. The negotiations that are going on, look, it's not like, you got the Stewarts and the Webbs negotiating over a farm here. This is very high stakes, and you've got on one side a genocidal jihadist organization that is holding hostages, starving them deliberately. And on the other side, you have a democracy in Israel that's trying to just secure its citizens. It would be great for a deal that ends this war, that returns all of the hostages, and that Hamas leaves Gaza and the people of Gaza can actually have a future where they can build something productive. I'm not terribly optimistic right now because the Qataris have not been pushing Hamas enough. The Qataris could be arresting Hamas leaders in Qatar if they were very serious about this. They're not. So I'm not so optimistic about it. However, there needs to be more significant pressure, and countries that are calling to recognize the state of Palestine is the exact opposite of what should be happening if they're looking to end this war.
Yeah, that's a great...
How do y'all feel about that, man? Y'all crazy as hell. You think I'm finna pick up this phone? You keep calling me, bro. You crazy as hell. I got that motherfucker on Do Not Disturb. You can call that bitch till your fingers get tired. I'm not answering the phone for you no more. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We 25 subs away from the next sub goal, man. Double tap the screen and shut a live out, man. I'm gonna ask y'all, chat. How do y'all feel about the new era of politics, man? Are y'all liking the new era of politics? Are y'all liking the new Democrats, y'all liking the new Republicans, like we seeing DeSantis is gonna be out of there in Florida, so we see what's his name, Brian, talked about him earlier. I don't want to butcher his name. Yeah, Byron Donalds. Yeah, I was gonna say Brian. Byron Donalds, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna take over, allegedly. He's supposed to take over. They saying that he has it. Then we see Gavin Newsom gonna be out of there too. We saying Gavin Newsom gonna be out of there too. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about Gavin Newsom being out of there in California? I wonder what Arkansas gonna do too. I think Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she gonna have to defend it, man. I don't know what Arkansas gonna do. Arkansas probably gonna stay red though, but I don't know about the governor though. I don't know, man. I wonder what Arkansas gonna do with Sarah Huckabee. You said DeSantis said he wants his wife to run. I seen that, man. I seen DeSantis said they've been talking about it. What's up, AJ? DeSantis said they've been talking about it, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know if DeSantis' wife got it over the Trump endorsement. Over the Trump endorsement. The Trump endorsement might have just sealed the deal for Byron. You say Newsom gotta go. Newsom probably gonna run for president, man. Newsom, it's gonna be between Newsom and Kamala. Kamala president, Newsom might be a VP. Or Newsom run, I don't know, man. Kamala ain't trying to go to VP again. You say you only support MAGA. I mean, you gotta be with old Byron. You gotta be with Byron then. You said no, she gotta go. What's up, Scott? You think Sarah has to go? I don't know, man. I think Sarah might hang around in Arkansas. You said Byron is unknown in Florida. He has no support to be able to win governor. I don't think Florida want to go. I don't know. Florida might not be ready for a black governor yet. Florida might not be ready to elect a black governor. They might. They might not. You said my mic is too low. I probably do got it low because I was yelling earlier. I was in here yelling earlier, so I had my mic turned down. You say you in Michigan? What it's looking like in Michigan? I never been to Michigan. Y'all double tap the screen and shut a live out, man. We 25 subs away from the next sub goal. It's crazy, man. Yeah, we need like 48 subs to 29K. We trying to get the 29K chat. 29K. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Do y'all like the sub counter right here? Does it look better? Like, do y'all like the sub counter, or do y'all want me to take the sub counter back away? Is it in the way? Should I make it smaller? Y'all let me know. Yeah, but I do like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The new left is what's gonna have to compete with MAGA. Like, when it comes to the new politics, the new left and the new right, I mean, it's a fundamental shift. I'm here for it. It's like I say, we gotta adapt, we gotta adjust. This is what it is. We got social media here, we got interest media here. Let's see what the trolls got to say. Like, literally, is only trolls calling in tonight. But it's over with, man. You said, am I a right winger because it be looking that way? I'm a centrist. I'm the voice of the politically homeless. I'm the voice of the politically homeless, you know. I have my grievances with the right. I have my grievances with the left. You know, honestly. I feel like it's a uni party. I feel like at the tip top, I feel like along the way there are some people that genuinely want to see better for America, but somewhere along the way they get lost. And I feel like that's when they become part of the uni party. That's when they become part of the elites. That's when they become part of the elites, man. That's when shit start getting spooky. Somewhere along the way, shit start getting spooky. A lot of these people go in the office, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know if they promise some riches or whatever, and somewhere along the way they change. And then you see they come out of office, they was worth like $1 million, few $100,000, you know what I'm saying? Then they get out of office, they got net worth skyrocket. 75 million, 200 million, 85 million, 163 million. Maybe that's the promise they get. I don't know. But somewhere along the way, it's like it just gets lost. It just gets lost. I don't know. I don't know what happens. But I do agree with conservatives on a lot. You know, I feel like the left does have to get some shit together when it comes to he, she, it, they, them, they. I'm not, you know, that's some shit we just got to get together as a country, because I don't think other countries are really having that fight too much right now. I think we just got to get that together. Like, hey, the furries and shit, identifying as a cat and dog and shit, like, well, that shit's gotta go, bro. Like, look, man, I don't give a damn if they bought you a litter box. I don't give a damn if you slept outside in the doghouse with some straw last night, man. You're a human. Like, we gotta get that shit together as a country. Straight up. I don't care what party you are, what race you are. We gotta get that shit together. You said I'm like 22. I'm not 22, Dave. I'm in my 30s, Dave. You said I don't make much sense. That's cool. I'm not here to make sense. Not to you. You know, I'm here to, you know, speak my opinions. I'm what you call an opinion. I have an open phone line for anybody to call in. It seems like only the trolls want to call in tonight. But I'm not 22. I'm in my 30s, bro. You said what will follow from that? From getting rid of the he, she, it, they? I mean, shit, that'll be one last, Dave Nasty, if you're mad, if you don't want to be, man, you say I'm looking, acting 22, call it what you want. Looking 22, thank you, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, you know. But yeah, you're welcome to call in, Dave. But yeah, getting rid of that, it'll just be one less thing that we gotta go back and forth on. You know what I'm saying? It's just one less thing, you know, that we gotta, you know what I mean? It's like, look, bro, you're human, you know what I'm saying? You're not an animal. Like, come on, let's just get that together. One less argument. I feel like that's something we shouldn't even be arguing on. The identifying as they and them and shit, I feel like, look, man, for one, you're one person. You're an individual. You know what I'm saying? So that should rule out the they and them and shit. Two, the I don't identify as, hey, you're something, man. You're here. God put you here, man. You something. So a lot of that shit should just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, we shouldn't even be there. Like, we should be past that. That's my opinions. Hey, it's Jack. I want to get a hold of you. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry, Jack. You know why I'm sorry, Jack? Because your dumb ass just called me from the same number saying your name was Steven. Like, what? Jack, if you want to call in, send a $5 super chat. You can call in, Jack. Now, I do call out both sides for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like I say, I feel like it's a uni party. I feel like both sides point the finger at each other like this. Both sides do use the mob mentality. I feel like the right is just as much of a mob on their certain issues as the left is being mobs on their certain issues. I feel like the right are just as much of victims as they claim the left is victims. The exact same thing. The right accuses the left of being victims, but all they want to do is talk about culture of persecution. For the last 6 months, that's all I've heard is culture of persecution. So it's different arguments, but the same results. It's different. Well, I can't say the same results on everything. Different arguments, but same tactics. Put it that way. Different arguments, same tactics. Gerrymandering. Different argument, same tactic. Pushing agendas. Different agendas, similar tactics. Mob mentality. Different type of mobs, same mentality. I'm not MAGA. I'm the voice of the politically homeless. I just feel like we're at a point to where, and then the Epstein file shows it. The Epstein file shows it. It's like one side didn't say anything about the Epstein files. They just shut the fuck up, didn't say nothing about it. They act like they wanted to be 1,000 miles away from it. Another administration spoke about it a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, ran on it, got confirmed on it. The end result for us as an American was the exact same. Not a damn thing. A whole lot of nothing. So it didn't matter whether you were rooting for the Democrats to get you the files and they didn't say shit about it, or if you were rooting for the Republicans to get you the Epstein files and they just crammed it down your throat. Guess what? You got the same shit I got. Nothing. Nothing. That's what I mean by this uni party shit. Nothing. You didn't get it. I didn't get it. Nothing. Sad. So we see that that's the interest, you know what I'm saying? We see Republicans, politicians leaving office, getting rich as a motherfucker. We see Democratic politicians leaving office, getting rich as a motherfucker. We just watched a lady from the Bush administration earlier say she got hired by the Clinton administration. Say all of that money that was coming up missing through the mortgage fraud was in Texas and Arkansas. Bill Clinton was a Democrat. They say he was more of an independent, and we know what Bush was. To be real. She said if Doge was really here to clean up waste, fraud, and abuse, they'd be looking for that $21 trillion that was missing. She said the DOD came up talking about they was missing trillions this year, $4 trillion that year, $2.3 trillion here. said it equaled up to 20 trillion. Say the what was it? HUD ended up losing 1 trillion. So she said this shit. If we really want to get out of this 37 trillion in debt, we need to start looking for that 21 trillion right there. She said most of the HUD, the 21 trillion that came from the HUD, a lot of that shit came from Arkansas and Texas, is what she said. Bill and Bush. She said it. She was the insider. She worked over there. She had litigation with the government for 11 years. I don't know. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but she said it. She said that's where that 21 trillion at. So they putting it on the BIS books. Cause they sovereign. I ain't gotta tell nothing. Say they funneling the money out through the BIS, funneling it back in through kickbacks. That's how you see these politicians leaving office worth a few $100,000. A couple years later, they're worth a few $100 million. Another thing, she said capital gains. She said these companies, the government is funding these companies to build technology and weapons, and these companies then go public and they stocks shoot through the roof. Everybody wins. It's a circle. The money's going in a circle. The government gives the money to the private contractor, or company or whatever. They come out with the technology with the money they got from the government. Stocks go through the roof. They lobby, pay the politicians. Politicians then, you know what I'm saying? It's a circle. That's what she said. It's crazy. It's crazy. She said it's all funded by us. She said what Doge did was it came in, wanted the Social Security, IRS data, and something else, man. Said that those are the pillars. And then she said if the what was that act? What was that act that she said went through? I forgot the name of it, but it already passed. The long Trump signed it into law. She said that shit going to the law was the beginning of social scores. The whatever Trump signed in for the stable coins and all of that, she said that was the beginning of social scores right there. Crazy. She also said that they approached, Russia approached her to come work for them. She said she couldn't be a trader. Nah, I ain't seen that documentary. Good night, Mama Pre. But yeah, she said that her life was like Enemy of the State, and she was playing Will Smith in all of those lawsuits. It was a really good interview. But she said that basically she also said she believes that there are interdimensional beings that these people are that these people are worshiping, and that's running this shit. She believes it's interdimensional beings. I believe she also spoke on aliens too, so I think she believes aliens are separate from interdimensional beings. Oh, she also said between 1998, I believe in 2015, the U.S. was building underground cities for some doomsday shit, basically for the elite. She She said they was building underground cities between, no, I haven't seen the new CERN documentary. They was making, underground cities between 1998 and 2015. That's where some of that 21 trillion budget went. Oh, but she said what they did was, she said, oh, who am I talking about? It's this woman. I forgot her name. Y'all told me her name earlier. I forgot her name. But she was basically second in charge of HUD under the Bush administration. She said the Clinton administration hired her, but she worked under the Bush administration. But did y'all see where she oh, she said it's a book that she read, and she said it cost $2,000 now. It was something about this spaceship from 1984. She said somebody sent her the PDF because if you try to buy the book, it's $2,000 right now. But they said it's a book that it reports that in 1984 they passed one of the spaceships or one of the damn cameras or whatever they sent out there passed a 70-mile long space station that looked like it was harvesting the energy from Saturn's rings. It looked like it was just docked and getting the energy, free energy from Saturn's rings. And they said when they saw that in 84, that's when you see the mass money. That's when you see the money, like everybody just spending money crazy, going for the research, going for the technology, because they said we need to get to that level. That's when they were like, fuck, like we're cooked basically. Like once they saw that, they knew it was something else out there that was way more advanced than us, and they wanted to pour all of the resources into getting to that level or surviving if they can't get to that level. So that's where you see all of Moore's law being broken, and you see all of this AI advancement, quantum computing advancement and stuff, because she's saying that according to that book, they saw a 70-mile long spacecraft docked next to Saturn getting free energy. So that's where you see, you know, them trying to push our technology. But yeah, this shit was crazy. I don't believe everything that woman was saying. Like some of that shit she was saying was a little far-fetched. A lot of y'all said that y'all believed her on all of this shit, but I'ma tell you, when it comes to the them seeing that 70-mile long spacecraft dock next to Saturn, a lot of people that believe in the flat earth, they shot that shit down immediately. But I do believe that they saw that 70-foot-mile space craft. You say silence my Discord notifications? Alright, bet. How the hell do I do that? I'm not on my Mac anymore. On my Mac, I knew how to do it. I'm just gonna close Discord. On my Mac, I knew how to do it. I don't know. I'm on a new PC. I haven't been on PC in since 2015. This is my first time back on PC since 2015. I only been on it a couple months. But yeah, I didn't believe everything the woman said. Like, what else did she say that I didn't believe? I believe the stuff about the money, the black books. Oh, it was the interdimensional beings. Not saying I didn't believe it. It was just the way she explained it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't really go into detail. So I can't say I don't believe her on that, but it was just the way she explained it was a little, vague. Like, it seemed like she wanted to say more, but she really didn't get into it. She kind of, it's like she almost felt like she said too much. You said, I just don't like Kamala. She's so smart about foreign policy. I mean, call call it what you want. You know, a lot of people don't like Kamala for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I hated Kamala or anything. It was just Kamala was hard to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Just you can be smart about a lot of things, but if you can't articulate it, then you're cooked, especially in 2025. If you can't articulate it, like I get on here chat, like I want y'all to know, like when I talk to y'all, like I just, I'm hanging out and shit. But when I need to, quote unquote, turn it on, like, come on chat, like let's be real. Who in here went to school with me? Somebody in here went to school with me. I used to make like 105 in English, 104 in English and shit. Like, come on, let's be real, chat. But Kamala with that word salad and she didn't articulate really well. Yes, people did, cherry pick certain clips and with the damn greens in the bathtub, and Candace Owens did a deep dive on her, a line about her family and shit, but by far and large, it was her not being able to articulate. It was like she couldn't articulate, like, in time of need. Now, can she articulate? Yeah, she can talk. I'm sure she can. But when the pressure was on the line, when it was crunch time and you needed the, hoodada, wasn't none of that going on. She wasn't ready. 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 Then it didn't help when Obama said, what'd he say? I don't like what y'all doing right now. What'd he say to black men about voting for Kamala? He said something. Obama said some wild shit. Then you got to think Obama didn't endorse Kamala off the rip. He didn't endorse her off the rip either. The best speaker on that whole campaign trail for the Democrats was Obama. You know what I'm saying? How the hell you got Kamala speaking, you got Tim Walz speaking, you got a few other people speaking, you know what I'm saying? But the best speaker by far and large through that whole campaign cycle for the Democrats was Obama. When he did that the night after we did the live over here talking about the Trump Bible, Obama did a rally talking about it. By far and large, Obama carried the left through that damn campaign cycle for us, them rallies and shit. Them other people wasn't hitting on shit. They wasn't hitting on shit on the left. I wasn't mad she was cracking down on marijuana users. Hell, I'm from Arkansas. Shit, her cracking down on marijuana users, that shit don't bother me. I'm gonna tell you, she didn't resonate with the people. She didn't resonate with the people. She didn't seem genuine. Like when she would switch up the accents and shit, talking about washing greens in the tub. Then, like I said, Candace Owens did the dive on her family, saying she was lying about it. Then she didn't resonate with the people. On top of when they ask her questions on shit, like they ask her what would she do different than Joe Biden, she said nothing. Which she was VP, so she probably was cornered into that question, but it's like, damn, you gotta say, like, look, you don't just say nothing. You just gotta be like, hey, man, I'm gonna do everything. It's gonna be, a different America. We're gonna push America forward. It's something you would do differently. Now, what that let us know is you bit your damn tongue. If you wouldn't do nothing differently, and you know it, man, you just on this whole, you on a damn campaign cycle, talking about what you're gonna do for the country to make the country better, right? Then they ask you, what would you do different than Joe Biden? And you say nothing. What the fuck is all this campaigning about? Excuse my language, chat. I'm trying not to use the F word. What the heck is all of this campaigning about? If you ain't gonna do nothing different, what is we doing here? Why is we? That's what I'm saying. She said, bye. You know, she wasn't gonna. That shit didn't make no sense. Like, that was her time to shine. That was her time to shine. They threw it at live. What would you do different than Joe Biden? You didn't have to throw him under the bus. You could have, you know what I mean? You got to be sharp on your toes. You could have gave him credit in the key areas that you know was verifiable, that you have the data to back, and then expound on what you would do different. Because we know America's not perfect. Could have talked about whatever. Long as it was America first. They threw you that live, that alley-oop. Could have been like, well, you know, Joe got us through the pandemic and we're on the other side of it now, so I feel like it's just time to strengthen us everywhere around. Damn. Is that hard to say? We're on the other side of the pandemic now, and I think it's time for us to get back to being Americans. Damn. K-May, don't tell me to stop whispering. I'm in chill mode right now. Nah, I don't know who Catherine Austin is. I'm talking about Kamala. Oh, you talking about that's her real name? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We 16 subs away from the next sub goal, man. We 16 subs away from the next sub goal, man. You said, what is being an American plug? Well, here shortly, once I get my rights back, it's gonna be having my Second Amendment, being able to, you know, walk through Texas, Arkansas with my Second Amendment. It's going to be able to feel secure, being able to protect my family, being able to protect my own. It's having an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to go out there and be alive and free right now. It's being able to go to whatever church that I may choose. I just happen to be, you know, from the Bible Belt, baby, you know, but if I did want to choose something, I have that, you know what I'm saying? It's opportunity. It's you can say that it's an illusion of freedom or whatever you want to say, but right now, man, this is what I got. This is what I know. What's the name of the documentary? AJ, I think you might be watching it behind. I think you might be behind. Straight up. Y'all gotta realize, like, just being able to move state to state throughout this big, huge nation is a luxury. Like, other countries are like states, you know, like when you drive, let's say, from Arkansas to Missouri, instead of going from one state to another, just crossing, you will be going through border patrol. You will be going from country to country. A 3-hour ride somewhere else might take you through 3 different countries, 4 different countries. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about the hood lady? Oh, I don't know. I forgot. I don't know what her name was. I don't think that was her name, though. But yeah, just being able to drive state to state, like from California to Florida, like that's a luxury whether people know it or not. You go somewhere else, man, you would be done went through 7, 8, 9 different countries. Probably got extorted, robbed, your iPhone 14 taken. Crazy. I'm not saying our nation don't got shit to work on. I'm not saying we perfect, but hey, man, this is what we got to work with. This is what we got to work with. This is what God gave me, you know. I'm not finna turn my back on it. I'm not finna run away. Man, listen. Somebody gotta stay and maintain this shit. You know, a lot of people came here the other day. Chris called in and said he moving to Canada. A lot of y'all agreed with him. A lot of people talking about they going back to Ag. Man, I ain't going nowhere. America, baby. I ain't going nowhere, man. Y'all catch that flight. I'll see you on the flip side, man. We need 12 more subscribers, man. We need 12 more subscribers to hit 29K. Let's get 12 more subscribers. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We go live every single night over here talking entertainment, politics, and current events, man. Let's get 12 more subscribers. You said, are we really Americans? Yes. I have a social security card. That would make me a citizen. American. My people are from here. Y'all double tap the screen. Let's get to 200 likes right quick. Yeah, they're not gonna let me over there, Sunset. It's all good though. In the White House press room one day, speaking for the politically homeless. You know they're not gonna let me over there unless I sell out, man. Right now, man, they're not gonna let me over there being the voice of the politically homeless, man. They're gonna want Plug to sell out to invite me over there, man. Straight up. So we already done scratched that off the list, man. We not gonna be invited to the White House press room. It's alright though. We ain't upset. We'll be alright. What's up, New Orleans? Said, Trump wins the note. You said, will anybody talk? If they do, they're gonna be gone. I don't know, man. I want to see what the Clintons say. I want to see what the Clintons say. I do want to see what they say. You said they both need jumpsuits. Do y'all think the Clintons both need jumpsuits, man? A lot of y'all are saying they've been guilty for years. Press 1 if you think the Clintons should have jumpsuits. Press 2 if you do not think the Clintons should have jumpsuits, man. That shit crazy, man. I don't know, man. I be a little biased sometimes when y'all be talking about Bill, but then I'll be like, hey, man, if it happened, it happened. We gotta be honest. You know, Bill from Arkansas, but it's like, fuck, man, damn. Like I say, I feel like people be on the straight and narrow, they be for the people. Then they get to a point to where just change. Oh, we just hit 29,000 subs. Let's get to 29,010 because I know a couple of y'all gonna subscribe. That's how y'all be doing me. That's how y'all be doing. Thank y'all for 29,000 subs, man. Appreciate y'all for y'all continued support. Thank you for each and every member. You do have access to 250 past live streams. Plus some cool ass emojis, man. Appreciate every like, every share, and every comment, man. Thank you for 29,000 subscribers. We just got the live chat, the live subscriber counter up there tonight, and y'all showed out, man. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I can't wait till those days when we go on one of those runs where we getting like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers a day. We gonna have one of those runs, chat. We had one last year, and we're gonna have another one, man. We're gonna have another one. We was getting like 1K, 1,200 subscribers a day on a little run. We're gonna have a crazy run, chat. I got some. Thank you for the subscription. I got some good content coming. I got some interviews with some local politicians, man. Thank you, Big Niche, for the super chat. Thank you, Big Niche. Y'all give Big Niche some likes on that super chat. Thank you, Big Niche. But yeah, I'm gonna interview some local politicians, man. See what their goals are for the future. You know, starting back at home. You know, I've turned down a couple local politicians because I just wasn't ready. You know, it was during the election for city council and shit like that. But I'm gonna do it before the midterms. Like, since we got a whole year, over a year, I think I'm just gonna, you know, open up the platform to do some local and some state candidates, man. See what they got going, see what they want to get done, see if they're out in the community talking to people. I got a couple of them lined up already. I'm gonna try to get like 4 or 5 and just start posting them. I don't know if I want to do it live or if I want to do videos. Because in my hometown, they had passed this thing for a splash pad, but they ended up not getting the funding for it. So, I know it's a lot of people that are really upset about that. But all of these seats are up for grabs. So, I know a few people that I went to school with are going to be running for some of those seats. So, I'm going to bring them over on the platform, let them talk. Couple of the people I went to school with. I'm pretty sure I got people from both sides that are running too. No, I know that, Ledge. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Cause I got classmates that are on both sides. I got some really Democrat classmates that are running, and then I got some, I know for sure, some Republicans running. So I'm gonna open up my platform to both of them. Let them come on here, man. Y'all get in the Discord and give me some questions to ask them. You know, on the local level and on the state level. Y'all give me some questions to ask these candidates. I'm in Texas right now. I'm from Arkansas, Lucky. Appreciate that super sticker, Cypher. Y'all give Cypher some likes and some flames on that super sticker. Appreciate you for the continued support, Cypher. Thank you, Cypher. What's up, Just Talking? Appreciate the compliments on the hat, man. Just Talking, you see the new sub count ticker right there, man? You see the new sub count ticker right there, Just Talking. When I point, I don't even know if I'm pointing at it right, because I'm not looking at my OBS screen. Yeah, I am pointing at it right. Yeah, chat, man. This is crazy. Vance wants to see the indictments. Man, how y'all feel about JD Vance? You said, what's my position? My position on what? Say JD Vance wanna arrest man for this Russiagate shit. He not playing. He say he wanna see people arrested for Russiagate right now. It's crazy. Said we need 19 likes to 200. Everybody double tap the screen, especially if you on your phone. If you on your phone, can you double tap the screen, please? Can you double tap the screen if you're on your phone? I know it's in your hand. You're looking around, laying on your back, looking at the ceiling, about to drop the phone on your head. Just double tap the screen. Am I running for a seat? No, Lucky Rooster. I have, I just got off papers. I just, got all of my petitions to get my rights back, you know. My petitions are sealed. So once I get my record all the way sealed, I get my gun rights back. And once I get my gun rights back and my voter rights back, I will be able to vote. But I cannot run for a seat in Arkansas. Now, could I go to another state and potentially run? Possibly. But in Arkansas, I could not run. I could not run in Arkansas. Even with my record being expunged, I could not run in Arkansas. Or sealed. Not expunged, but sealed. I could not run in Arkansas. I don't know who George Carlin is. Yeah, no, I ain't know who George Carlin was. But yeah, no, they won't let me run for anything in Arkansas. Once you have a record in Arkansas, let's see. Let's see. All right, so in New Mexico, I could run. New York, I could not. Arkansas, I could not. They said it's New Mexico is kind of under appeal. They say in Illinois, you got to have a pardon by the governor. Or you got to get a pardon in Georgia the same way you got to get a pardon in Virginia. Nebraska requires a 2-year waiting period after the sentence is complete to regain voting rights, which allows someone to run for office. But actually holding office requires a pardon. Sam Titus, for instance, won a county supervisor race but could not take office until his pardon was granted months later. New Hampshire allows individuals with felony records to hold office once their sentence is complete, except in cases of bribery or corruption related to elections. So it's looking like New Hampshire is it, man. New Hampshire the only place gonna fuck with me unless I get a pardon. I don't know if Miss Huckabee Sanders gonna give me a pardon. I don't know if Miss Huckabee Sanders gonna give me a pardon, Chad. If I would run, what would I change? In Arkansas, I would probably start with education in Arkansas. I would probably start with education. I would probably start with education and housing. Arkansas is really underdeveloped. You can see it like when you go like from state to state. Arkansas is a beautiful state. It's called the natural state, but it is underdeveloped. But yeah, I would start with that. You know, I would start with the education. I would start with the education, and then I would try to get it developed. I would try to get it up to speed to attract more people. Like Little Rock, the capital of Arkansas, doesn't have a lot of people. Like, let's see, Little Rock population. As of July 2024, Little Rock had 204,000 people. So yeah, I would definitely try to bring some industry there. Like, I would definitely try to make it more attractive for companies. I would try to make it more attractive for just people to move there. Like, one thing Tulsa is doing right now is they're giving out $10,000 to move to Tulsa. You know, you get $10,000 cash at the once you get a house, I believe, as long as it's under $200,000 or $300,000, they're giving you $10,000 cash to move to Tulsa. So I'll probably try to put some things of those sorts there to move to, you know, move the economy, get people to move to Arkansas. It's a lot of land there, but by far and large, it's not developed enough at all. Yeah, for sure. Like, especially towards central and southern Arkansas, it's not good at all. Like, parks need to be updated. Should be splash pads. Like, there should not be splash pads so sparingly. Like, when you come to Texas, like, there's things that I've seen in Texas that I never thought would even exist. Like, I'm at the parks in Texas, and their swings, the swings that you put the kids on, have a little holder for the phone, so you could put your phone in there and record your kids swinging on the swing. Like, in Arkansas, that's non-existent. Never seen that shit in Arkansas. Never seen it till I came to Texas. Do they offer money towards buying homes? I'm not sure. I would have to look at the grants. I'm pretty sure they have something going on in Arkansas as far as that, but they're not just actively out here trying to attract people to move to the state. But I'm pretty sure that if you look, there are some things you can take advantage of. I'm pretty sure they got USDA loans. I believe my friend got the USDA loan to get his house. One of those rural development loans. Yeah, another thing I would do is you will have to bring the crime down. You will have to bring the crime down in especially Central Arkansas. You will have to figure out a way to bring the crime down. Don't get me wrong, they already me putting football numbers on people, but it's not doing any good. Football numbers don't scare people in Arkansas. I'm just gonna be real. You said, would I move back to Arkansas? I own property in Arkansas, so of course, yeah, I would move back. I'm working on a property in Arkansas right now. Appreciate that, Mike. But yeah, the education too. Let's see what Arkansas test scores are. Alright, the ranking. I wanna go ranking. Alright, Arkansas is ranked 48th out of 51 states. So yeah, I would definitely attack education. I would attack education first and foremost. Like if we're 48th out of 51, if Arkansas has what, term limits, 2 term limits, I believe. I believe it's 2 4-year terms like Florida. Oh, but yeah, Arkansas, you're maxed out at 2 term limits in your lifetime. In Florida, you just can't have 3 consecutive. In Arkansas, you can only have 2. But yeah, like if I got 4 years, possibly 8 years, like in those first 4 years, I would try to get Arkansas at least down into the top 32 for 48th out of 51. First 4 years, I gotta get us down to at least 32, middle of the pack somewhere, close to the middle of the pack. Then if I have another 4 years, I would have to get us into the top 25. Like, so I would try to take us in 8 years from 48th at least to the top 20, top 25 in education. That would be, a priority. 48th out of 51 is crazy. It's crazy. What it do, Dorsey? They asking me if I ran for office, what would I do? I said, shit, if I was in Arkansas, I would attack the education. Arkansas is 48 out of 51 states. They're 48th. I would attack that education. Then I would attack, attracting people to move there. I would get, some motion, something going. It's just not a lot going on. The economy moving. Business, give out, some incentives to buy homes in Arkansas, update the parks, figure out what's holding up the money. But yeah, going from 48, that would be my goal. And if I had 8 years as governor of Arkansas, I would be trying to go from 48th in education to at least the top 20. We'd be shooting for top 10, but we'd at least try to crack the top 20. You say you almost hit 3 boards the other day in East Texas. I know they got it to where you can, those are invasive. Arkansas, they hog hunting Arkansas too. What's up, Dorsey? Dorsey, you like the sub counter right there? You can see how many subs we got in live time right now, man. Double tap the screen, shut the live out. We 10 subs away from the next sub goal. We still need 10 more likes on this live stream, man. You like the sub counter, Dorsey? Told y'all, man, I'm gonna try to bring y'all better content. Top Cat, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I attribute I'm not just the smartest, but I'm really good at problem solving, and I'm really good at analyzing things and retaining information. I'm good at retaining information. But I attribute it to my parents. You know, my mom was a teacher. My dad was really good at math. He was an electrician at one point. And just growing up there, like my brothers, like I was the last one, you know, so my parents had, I guess it was because my parents had two different, how can I put it, two different chances, you know what I'm saying, to raise boys before me. Two different chances, so it's like shit, they kind of doubled down on me. My older brother, he did what he did. My middle brother, he was an athlete. I was kind of both. But I got in advanced classes in 3rd grade. So in kindergarten, I was multiplying and divide. You know, like simple multiplication and division. Like my pops taught me like to draw the little lines and then mark off the lines to do my division. So, no, we not watching nothing. I've been talking for like the last 30 minutes, maybe an hour. But, yeah, I'm the youngest. But yeah, I was doing division and multiplication in kindergarten. Well, not, yeah, kindergarten going to 1st grade. But what I would do is I would read, and it wasn't like I would just read aimlessly. Like I wasn't one of those kids that read novels and, you know, science fiction and shit. Like when I read information. Like I was the kind of kid that when we get our books for the school year, I'm finna go through the whole book and I'm gonna do every lesson in the book. You know how they teach the lesson, right? They got the lesson, then at the end of every lesson it's the questions, and then the teacher gives you the study guide or whatever for the test. She gives you the study guide, and the study guide is going to be based off of the questions that was in that lesson with just a little bit more on it, and then the study guide is going to be basically a damn copy of the test just mixed up. I understood early on that these teachers were human. These teachers are getting a check. These teachers aren't gonna go extra. I just told y'all Arkansas is 48th out of 51 in the state education. The teachers was teaching out of the book. So as soon as I got the book, I would run through it. I would do all the lessons. I knew that was gonna be the homework. You gonna read the lesson, teacher eventually gonna give you the homework. So I would do all of that. I would have the homework in the binder already, and I would just have to date it. So when we going through the lesson with the class, it's a refresher to me. I've already done this. I've already seen this information. I just did that for everything. I did it for history, world history. I did it for science. I did it for math. I did it for everything. Like I would just go in there and shit. So I got my homework done for the semester or for whatever it wasn't a semester. What was it? The quarter. I got my homework done for the quarter. It's over with. Telling y'all, chat. Man. It was crazy. But y'all gotta think, chat. I was still hard-headed in school. Like I was smart. I was in gifted and talented. Played sports. I was good, but I was still, you know, a product of my environment, so to say. Like, you know, product of my environment. Crazy. You went to the school supply store and got the teacher's edition. Oh yeah, you was next level, Dorsey. You was in your bag. In your bag. But Chat, man. It's a grind, man. It's a grind. Hopefully this time next year we made it, chat. I appreciate you, Cypher. I see you said the community growing. Nah, for sure, man. Hopefully this time next year we made it, chat. But I'm finna get off of here. I'll see y'all in the morning, chat. Y'all double tap the screen on your way out. We still 10 subs away from the next sub goal. I hope each and every one of y'all have a good night, man. Shake them haters off if you going to work tomorrow. Just stay away from all the haters, man. Put your hater blockers on, you know, just symbolically, and just act like you don't see him. You know, the person that's always getting on your damn nerves, just act like you don't see him. The person that's fake, want to speak to you, just act like you don't see him. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking this week, man. We protecting our peace this week, man. Good night, chat.